Hi friends, happy Friday. Thank you for joining me this morning. I'm so excited to be able to share with you another kit. This one is By Your Side and it's got some adorable pets and lots of fun little things to show you. But the best part, of course, is I'm going to be making this kit or portion of it into a scrapbook page. So let's get to it. All right, so just as a reminder, the new catalog is live. That means I get to open it up in front of you. But on page 8, you'll notice that it mentions kits. And just so you know, kits, they do not provide the numbers in here because it's only while supplies last. They have had some kits now for a couple of years, but yet they bring in now 2 each month. So it's an online exclusive item. So be sure to check that out on my my store. Okay, so this kit, By Your Side, super cute. You know, it's actually meant, obviously, not to send cards to your animals, but it's got these cute little pets. And the Stampin' Spot is Old Olive. And as a reminder, they're all inclusive. So these cute little sentiments. So let's see if we can put something behind here so you can see it. Here we go. So it has Best Friends Forever. You make my heart happy. Here's to a true friend. I'll always be by your side. And then it's got a little doggy paw and a little kitty paw, a little bone, and a fish. Super cute. So I am going to create this for my 2 kitties for the scrapbook page. But first, let's get into the cards. All right. So these all-inclusive kits provide everything that you need to create the cards, and then they include instructions as well. And so you can see this one is really cute. It's got, looks like a little terrier, a dat, that looks like, oh my goodness, what's the big long floppy ears? Anyway, little, and then a couple of kitties, and the kitties are pretty close to our cat colors, which I'm excited about. Okay, so let's take a look real quick, and it looks like we've got a block. So that is, whenever you purchase a kit, that's always the case. When you get Paper Pumpkin, you only get a block in your first kit. So pretty standard. It's very close to the size of the one that Stampin' Up sells. This is a D block. It's just this one's a little more comfortable because the edges are rounded. So we'll use both today. There's an embellishment. So they've got some really pretty gold hearts. Very cute. Okay, looks like we've got dimensionals. And then here's the little characters. Aren't they cute? These are really, really cute. All right, and we've got envelopes. So I've taken out one of each envelope, and I've taken out one of each card already, just to kind of get an idea of what my scrapbook is going to look like. And then here's for the sentiments. And it looks like all the sentiment sizes are the same. And here's the 2 cards. So they've already created the layer on the card, but there's color on both sides, which is really nice. I like that they're doing that now. Okay, so you have cats or dogs, and you have 8 of each. So in other words, there's 4 of this one, 4, 4, 4. So that means you can make all 8 cards cats, or all 8 cards dogs, or you can mix and match it. And so what we'll do is, I think we'll work with the puppies, and then we'll make the kitty for the scrapbook page. Okay, so they give instructions for either a cat or a dog, which is great. And let's see, we need to have a sentiment. Looks like there's plenty of these, so we actually get 12 of these. And so you have a bunch of extra in case you make a mistake. So this one says, "You make my heart happy." Let's get that sentiment out. I have a friend here in my studio, so if you hear some noise, say hi to Linda for me. Okay. We've got the old olive, but I'm going to go ahead and use my full-size stamp pad. I just really like the size of this. I think the little ones are great for the kids, but I usually give those out to new stampers so they can have more colors, and so I like to keep them whole. Okay. That looks great. And then it looks like they've just kind of made it so it looks like it's already got a layer, which I think is really cool. Okay, so we're using this card base. If you're joining on, be sure to say hi so I know who's watching. So we'll just make one little card with a dog, or two little cards, one with each of the dogs, and then we'll do the layout for the cats. And I've got my two little fur babies there. Okay, so they've got these cute little hearts that I'm just going to save for my scrapbook. And we're going to use dimensionals on the back of this. Whoops, I only got a part of a dimensional. And then one for the middle. And then this gets put on straight, approximately right here. Oh, you know what I need to do is I need to do a couple of little footprints or paw prints. This is a really cute set. And then we're going to use the old olive. That's cute. And then we'll put this on. And then we'll get this little, it's a basset hound. That's what that is. So cute. All right, so a couple more dimensionals. The kits are so easy and really fun, and it's not, anything hard. It's not supposed to be hard anyway. And then we'll put our little sentiment down below. And I'm going to put them up towards the top so that it lands on the orange piece. And I'm just going to tuck this under here a little bit and overlap. I need to move this over just a smidge so it lines up with the side of the card. There we go. And then we're going to use one of our little heart embellishments. And that's one card. Isn't that cute? Very sweet. And then it's got these little envelopes to match. I know that you're so old at there. Oh, and that's the other thing, is this envelope flap has a spot for you to put another little paw print. Isn't that cute? So sweet. So very, very cute. Okay, so now we're going to do the little terrier. Reminds me of Toby. So I'll have fun making a scrapbook page for my dogs as well, but right now I'm just going to do the cats. Okay, so this one, I'm done with this. I'm just going to use one of these, and I'm going to take this out. I don't need it. And I'm going to be using the little paw print again. Okay, so this card goes this way. And I'm going to put one here. And then on this, and then find the sentence that says, I'll always be by your side. So if you notice me rubbing against this photopolymer stamp, it's because there just seems to be a little bit of a treatment that they have on it that kind of makes the ink not want to stick to it. So that helps to really have a nice, solid stamp. Okay. All right, so this needs a couple of dimensionals. Put some dimensionals on this as well. And then the puppy gets some as well. Okay, so let's put this down first. We'll just center this on the card front. And then it looks like it goes in the middle here. And then a heart. Now it had me put the heart there, but I'm gonna just put it right above. Oops, looks like I put the wrong envelope. This one goes with this one. And this envelope goes with this dog. So let's get another little paw print in this circle. So cute. All right. So here's the two cards. Really fun. And like I said, there's 8 of the cats and 8 of the dogs. So if you're just a dog person, no cats, then you can ignore the cats. If you're a cat person and not a dog person, you can ignore the dog, or you can mix and match it however you want to. Okay, so let me just put this stuff to the side so that we can play with. And I'm going to keep this out because I think I'm going to want a sentiment for my scrapbook page. So let's leave these here. Actually, we'll put them to the side because I believe that I'm going to need room for my scrapbook page. Okay. Leave this out because I'm going to need this as well. All right. So what I have planned is I'm using soft sea foam. So the colors of the kit are Calypso Coral, Old Olive, Petal Pink, and Gold. So what I'm using is I've got some retired ribbon, and I'm going to create a band with little kitty prints. So let me change out this dog print for the kitty print. It's just, I think, exactly the same, just maybe a little smaller, and the toe beans are just a little rounder. So very cute, very, very cute. And then we've got some little fishies that we can play with as well to get some background. Okay. So let me just put that on the other side. Okay. So what I've done is I'm just stamping the Old Olive up this ribbon. So let me get this out of the way. And I need it to be about 12 inches long. And I'm just making it look like the little kitty is walking the tightrope here. And this is the old retired herringbone ribbon in white. And then this was a ribbon combo, Sahara Sand and Twill ribbon, that has that same herringbone pattern. So it's just really a pretty ribbon, just subtle, soft. And I think it's, at the time, they called it Sahara Sand, but it actually matches the basic beige that Stampin' Up! Has now come up with. Maybe I should cut this so I know how far I need to go. I go on Pinterest to get ideas because this isn't something that I just, can come up with out of my head. I don't necessarily am the end all when it comes to this, but I saw something that looked similar. Okay, so I'm going to lay down my tearing tape. And I'm going to make it longer than my 12 inches, which is, this is a 12 by 12 and this is soft sea foam. And I'm going to put it over about right there. Let's see if we're matching it up. Putting it at a 1 inch mark. Okay, and then I'm going to just lay this down in the middle of that. But I think this looks for a great place for an embellishment so nobody can see that I overlapped. And then I've got this great Old Olive. Like I said, it's retired. And let me just cut off a little piece. And the same thing for this one. Just need it to be a little bit longer than what I'm doing. So this is a great way to use old scrap ribbon that you have. And I want them to be right next to each other. So let's put on more of this tearing tape. You know what, let me just take this, well, I think it's wide enough to cover it. It's just barely. And then another band of tear and tape here for this one. There we go. All right, then, so I've kind of laid it out the way I want, but I think I want to add some little fishies, and I think I'm going to add those in soft sea foam, just as a subtle background pattern. So I've got another 12 by 12 that I'm going to use for my dogs once I print out some pictures, and then I'll do that page and I'll share it with everybody, but I don't have it printed out yet, so we'll do it some other time. Okay, so I can add more as I lay things down. So these are pretty large photos of my pets, and it's the way I got it from Costco. Didn't even think to maybe try a different size, but these are 4 by 6. So I just layered them on some white cardstock so they had a nice band. So what that means is that even the envelope is too small to fit as a layer underneath my cats. So what I'm doing is I am adding them in a staggered way. So if you have, let's say, pictures that are too big, you can just stagger your cardstock. And so the envelope has this cute little band here, and I thought I would use that, or actually I could cut this so that it had instead, and then it wouldn't have that white part, because I'm not a fan of that white part. So if I just cut this so that it was straight, then that would work for that as well. Okay. Okay, so now I've got a nice squared off. Oops, I should square off the other side as well. Okay, and the only thing is I want a couple of hearts. So you can see I've got all these little gold hearts, and they're just, very similar to the little embellishment heart as well. And I just had a bunch of scraps of gold foil paper, and I just want a couple of hearts out of this as well because I like the color combo. So I'm going to use the portion that is going to be under the picture, so it's not really going to be a loss, and just a couple more. So this is the Be Mine or Bee Builder punch, and it has these cute little hearts in it. And this is actually the bee. You use the hearts for the wings, and then there's like some little antennas that work on that as well, so you can see the different shapes. Okay? All right, so we'll put that aside for now. And then let me just put some tear and tape on this. We're not even going to know that there was anything taken out of this. And then I'm just going to position it. Whoops. Looks like I took out maybe a little more than I should have, because now I can't put as much on there. Note to self, be less generous with my hearts. Okay. All right, so this one is ready to go. I'm not sure if I want to angle it or do it up and down, so let's just wait till I've got the other kitty done. So I'm going to pass on this and use the envelope flap instead. So before I trim it down, I'll take my hearts out. Here we go. And I'll try to keep it away from the edge as much. That way I Hi, Sam. I know. Everybody's in here visiting this morning. You wanted to be on the video this morning? Is that what's going on, buddy? Nope, back up. Can't be over here. All right. Hey, Arlene. I think it'll make a great spread for puppies as well. So once I print out the pictures for my dogs, then and you know what I forgot for this is I forgot my gold. So let me see if I can pull this off. Or nope, it has to be pulled off. Shoot. Don't want to tear the photo. Is that enough room for me to? No, not yet. Don't like undoing things, that's for sure. Sorry about that. These are scraps from some frames that I had cut. And I just wanted a little smidge of accent color because of the gold embellishments and the little gold hearts. Okay, so let's start over on the tear and tape again. It's not very often that I can get my cats to behave so that I have a nice picture of them. But for some reason they were still long enough, and this was when they were about a year old, so that I could catch their pretty eyes. Okay, so here's the kitty. And again, I'm not sure if I'm going to go sideways or not. All right, so now I need to add a little bit So I want just a smidge of the gold. Or do I want it up here? I think that'd be pretty, just to have a little something, something. And this is just the card cut in half, and so it's the back of the card. There we go. So I can go wonky or I can go straight up and down. What do you think? Well, before I adhere these, I want more of these cute little fishies. So let's kind of pick some of these up. And add more little fishy. So when I stamp for a random pattern, what I do is I turn it like a quarter and I stamp off the edge so it looks like background paper. That is intentional. Such a tiny little stamp, it's going to take me a little bit. Whoops. Going so fast I'm not getting a solid image, so I need to be careful about that. Well, lots of these will be covered up once I'm got my kitties on here, so I'm just not sure where the blank spots are. Okay, let's take a look. All right, Mr. Sam goes at the top, and little Miss Emmy goes down here, and I think there's just enough room to overlap them. Bring them a little closer together. And then this is one of the kitties, and this is the inside portion of that card element. So because the kitty's playing with a ball, I thought it'd be cute to add another scrap with my kitty here. And then this is the one with the little backgrounds to the card, remember? So I'm going to use this for this guy. And then the gray kitty that matches my little Sam. And then I've got these cute little tags that I made with a retired punch. We don't have this punch anymore. And I figured it'd give me a place to journal. And let me use one of the ribbons. And I'll thread it through all three. Just for a little color over here on this side. gonna and then I've got all these hearts. So this is the fun part. So this little kitty should be more on her back. Such a cute guy. What do you think? Turned out pretty cute, didn't it? So then I have these that I can place as well. Little gold here in the middle. Then I can secure it. So here's the scrapbook page. And you can see that the kits, even though it doesn't give you specific directions on how to do a scrapbook page, all you need to do is order the 12 by 12 assorted cardstock in the colors that you want. And then you can create these really fun scrapbook pages. So thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate you hanging out while I was trying to figure it out. But it is a little bit of figure it out as you go. You know, you just kind of want to add some little color here and there. I think that however you want to do it, I think, you know, the more of the little hearts you put out, the cuter your little layout can be. So just do what feels good for you and makes you happy. But I love my kitties and I love doing little scrapbook pages of them. So, well, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday at 7:30 for my Marvelous Monday, and I'll be playing again with some new product, so be sure to join me. Talk to you soon.